Good morning, Monsieur Trimmer. How the bloody well are we? We are feeling fucking good. Okay, so first things first. Just a small few observations. So first things, did we hit any of the cardio or the steps? This is the sort of first question I'm gonna raise, just because steps very easy to hit, very easy to sort of keep maintenance on, sort of making sure that we're still in condition, making sure that things don't get too out of hand. This is very important. It may seem like, obviously, like body weight is creeping up, which is lovely to see. This will probably be due to having a little bit more food in you, obviously water intake, etc, etc, but we want to see this like over the next sort of week, so keep the body weight going. This is top banana, some would say. Top fucking banana that we've got that in. Okay. Sleep looks perfect. Are we feeling good? Yep, cool. This is all superb work. Progression on sessions as well. Now, addressing the food. Now, last week it looked like we had a lot more sort of food going in. This week, not so much. Now, obviously, I can see like we have like a sort of like a mini meal plan was sort of developing last week. Sort of towards the back end of the week it sort of fell apart a little bit, and then going into this week we definitely have sort of let things go tiny bit. Let's make sure that we are 100% just getting in this meal. Okay, I know when we first spoke, I'm just going to put it down as meal one. When we first spoke about everything, obviously you said that you already have oats. I cannot express, if we can get this routinely in breakfast, it will help establish a baseline of making sure that things are moving in the right direction, okay? So let's really, really focus this week on making sure that we get that first meal in, okay? Especially sort of like as we move across things, it's going to get a little bit more, as we start to introduce more meals, it's going to get a little bit more, we're going to have to prep these things in advance. Now, one thing I have noticed is we do like a sarnie, we do like a sandwich. Now, I know we went to Wenzel's there for a chicken bacon sandwich. Do we make this most of the time, or do we have it sort of like on its own? Sort of like, do we always go to Wenzel's, for example? Because if we are making that sort of meal ourselves, we can have this down as a meal and we can make that suggestion. I can put that together for you and we can have that as a second meal, which means we're halfway there. We're halfway there to having that routine. We're halfway there to having that meal plan, having everything on top, because at the moment we are missing sort of like that. Well, we're hitting the protein goal quite routinely. We just need to make sure that we are starting to build almost like a strategy and a plan moving forward, because it is very scattergun at the moment, and when you have like a scattergun approach to meals and scattergun approach to your nutrition, it's very easy to just let things slip because you can't be bothered, or you didn't have stuff in the house and it's gotten to 10 o'clock and you're like, shit, I haven't eaten enough and stuff like this. Whereas if you have it sort of laid out where 2 to 3 of the meals, you already know they're in the fridge, you already know you've prepared them, you already know that it's a quick, easy fix, it makes things so much easier. Trust me. So much easier. But we saw some good habits pick up last week. Like I don't even mind if we go, okay, cool, in meal one, or like when we have the sandwich, we also have the 2 pain of chocolats from Lidl. Mate, I'm a slut for the Lidl bakery. I'm not even going to lie to you. I absolutely live for it. So if that is something that we want to sort of like include, or something that like you know that you can routinely pick up and we can have, mate, I am absolutely not going to bite your head off for having that. Okay, I know it's not the best idea and it's not the best sort of source of food, but it is 100% something that we can look into as, oh, that's my emails. It is 100% something that we can look into, sort of including into this meal plan, because it is tracked. It is something that we can keep a close eye on. We can put it in there. We can have it as a meal plan. Okay, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, please let me know if we ever have these meals. Just sort of like put like, I'm going to change these over to like meal 2, Meal 3 stops you having to type it out every time in the food diary. So now if you have like that oats meal, you just put like meal 1 or like something like that, okay? Because my aim is that within the next couple of weeks we'll be having 2 to 3 of those meals regularly, and then from there sort of like filling in the gaps with stuff. That's when I'll be able to sort of say, right, okay, cool, if we've had meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, you've got a buffer of like 1,000 calories to eat. That's when we would have the food diary with MyFitnessPal. You can have free reign on the rest of the food for now, and then as we go on with things, we'll obviously include some other parts. But I'm not going to completely come in and just structure your life. As we said before, you're 17, mate. I'm not expecting you to have absolutely everything dialed in 100% of the time, okay? But moving forward, main thing is steps. Steps, are we hitting them? It will be tracked on your phone. It's just a very easy, just copy and paste job. Steps, are we hitting them? And also, are we hitting cardio? Because that is also important, more for your health than anything else. Like, I know it seems really like pathetic to say 15 minutes across the week incline walk. Mate, trust me when I say this, like, your health is very important. You will start to feel a bit sluggish if we start to pack on weight. This will help mitigate that quite a lot. But mate, honestly, it's a good first week, sort of full blown week where you're not away. I'm very, very happy with where we're at. And it's great to see the scale weight moving. It is great to see this, okay? So let's go into next week. If we could get some check-in shots of you, that would be very helpful, just because, again, it's easy to get visibility on you and sort of see where we're at in terms of like the look. And then as well, it means in like 6 weeks' time, we can look back and we can be like, look at this. Like, look at the change here. And you honestly, 9 times out of 10 people are like, whoa. And it's like, yeah, this is exactly what we wanted, okay? But I'm going to stop rambling now. I hope you have a lovely weekend, mate. And I will catch up with you later.